Let me tell you one extremely bizarre story about my school life. The story is about my Russian language and literature teacher. Her name was Valen. It's not all that important anyway. We call her Machine Gun because of one strange trait. When she was angry, she always shouted at someone, and while doing that, she slobbered all over these poor souls. I live in... You dummy! Everyone knows that you should use air instead! Ew, look at him! He's all covered in her spit. And thank God I was not allergic to slobber. At least I didn't have to wash in the morning before school, as I knew that these women would shower me anyway. It was obviously very disgusting, and I really hoped that she didn't do it on purpose and that she would notice it someday. And the worst part is that whenever she got too emotional complimenting someone, that person was still slobbered all over. So it didn't matter whether you messed up or did something very, very good, you'd still be brutally punished. Good job, children! Our teacher had a really bad trait. Whenever she was talking, it felt like rain. Her teacher is leaking, whole river is spilled. Call the police until someone gets killed. It's strange that she chose to become a teacher. I bet she would have made a fine gardener. Or perhaps a firefighter? The most juicy part happened when she met another superhero with that same exact superpower, and it was our school's principal. Our teacher made some mistake filling out a class register, and he started shouting at her, and she was shouting back. So they kept yelling at each other for so long that our city's monthly rainfall fell in under an hour. It was an epic battle of two superheroes. Marvel would have been jealous. Of course, the whole class somewhat disliked her, and everyone tried to avoid meeting her unless absolutely necessary to prevent, well, you know, these water procedures. And it was absolutely disgusting when she collected our notebooks to check the homework. I had to wear a diving suit, and every time my notebook looked more like a swamp. Of course, I understand that nothing will happen to the paper, but man, I'd still have to use it afterwards. Our teacher didn't know she had this power, and still we got sick of her in less than an hour. Me and my classmates are sending SOS. Let us get together and get rid of this mess. So, how did this all end? Shortly after she stopped fighting with the principal, eventually they realized that they both had this weird thing and decided to make their weakness into a strength. They bought a couple of tickets and flew to some tropical country. It was always so hot there, and the locals simply loved them. They were visiting the couple to take a cool shower on a hot summer day. All in all, she was a good person, with her own peculiarities of course, but you know, no one's perfect, except for the meatballs and mashed potatoes.